Hey here, Mr. Mission Control.
Oh, you off now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. All right, that says it's
Huh?
7:21. What about 7:21?
Wait, what time? It's 7:11.
So that's not him.
Oh.
That's from before.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Wait for people to get in.
Okay. Okay, fine. Here we are.
Live chat. There we go.
Okay, the thumbs up. Two watching.
Two watching. And two likes.
Okay. So over here. So.
Four likes. Thank y'all for the likes. Appreciate it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Everyone put their likes on. That's good.
Hope everybody's doing okay. How you doing? It's beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
That's who it is. I shouldn't miss that whole thing. Hey, Dean.
Whoops. Connected. Okay, chat.
Is it turning?
Can't tell. Here it is.
Everybody's okay. It's off.
Oh,
There you
thank
go. That's on.
you. That's good.
Got organ light.
The Organite. Okay, well that's good. Organite is good.
It is good.
Good.
It's got a lot of good stuff in it. We're using our water all the time, isn't it?
That's Shungite.
Shungite, okay.
But she's got the Organite, which just says that our little triangles are Organite.
Okay, oh, okay, that's right.
So they have a lot, yeah.
That's right. Wait for a few more people to get in. Hopefully, picks up a little bit.
Four's only watching now.
Yeah. Got a whole list of things going on. I don't know if y'all watched it or not, but the Starliner disembarked from the space station earlier, about an hour ago, and we missed it, but we caught up on the replay of it and everything, and saw that it was completely fake. It's total BS. They left the hatch open on the way out, so you could see all the way inside where the astronauts are supposed to sit, and you could see the
seats and
everything like that, but
inside.
you can see where the image was fuzzy, where they had what do you call it, copy and pasted it onto the background, and plus there were no stars in the background. And as they was falling down till the feed cut out, you never saw a star one anywhere around the Starliner module. So it was completely fake. I don't know what's going on, but it's not good up there on the space station right now.
Whoops. Well, what the heck, man? I started typing away.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, and I have no idea. Okay.
So we're still figuring on that, but they left the hatch open so you could see all the way. And earlier today they said the hatch was closed. So that's kind of particularly odd that they would leave the main hatch to this module open on its way back to the Earth. And another thing is, in the upper left-hand corner of the video of it. It was a test, a simulation of a return flight back to Earth of the Starliner. So yeah, I'm calling BS on this. It's completely, totally fake picture. Hey, BH. Black background, no stars at all. And the moment before they showed the module getting ready to take off, they showed another side of the space station, and it was colorful as Disney parade. So, just things just don't make sense about this.
Ribbons around his, going around the side.
Green ribbons around it. It was just completely BS and everything. So, I don't know what's going on with the space station. It's odd. They heard the pings and bangs going on, supposedly. They said it was something to do with the communications, and they said it sounded like a radar. But to me, it sounded like someone on the outside said, "Hey, let me in." And so I'm not sure exactly. Do they have space monsters up there or what? I don't know anymore, but it's just odd. What the hell is going on? And again, return flight for the two Boeing astronauts right now is still not until February, even though they're sending up 2 more ships right now between now and the time for them to come back. Other payloads and other astronauts or service members going up to the space station for the next couple of times and everything. And it's kind of odd what's going on there. Anyway, over Florida, and all of that's also been reported in a couple other places, California, Missouri, I think is another one, about these planes flying over at night and using a laser, or a green laser, or even a red one has been seen, and a white one has been seen, going over areas all over the different parts of the United States and everything. Welcome to the play. That's right. Hi, Kevin. And so a lot of research people want to know who that was and everything. Of course, it's common knowledge, if you might hasn't noticed, that the name of the company that owns these planes is Randigo, R-A-N-D-I-G-O. It's a LLC, it's a limited liability corporation, and it's more or less a handling company, or holding company for aircraft. One of the things about these aircraft they have looked at, people saw them landed. It's very limited information about this company and the aircraft they have, but they are Cessnas, which is the same things that CDC has been outfitting with spray nozzles for over the past several months. And just so happened that this corporation is flying in areas where they have mosquito problems and other things like this and everything. And so the connection between, it's vague, but connection between Randigo, the Randigo company, and the CDC is kind of there about the spray nozzles that the CDC has been seeing put on aircraft that they do lease from perhaps Randigo, another holding company. So they are spraying it. They already made the threats or promises that everybody will be inoculated this time around, and they will do whatever they need to do, including aerosol spray. A couple of years ago, I got on this, told you they have found a way to do aerosol dispersion of certain things, and this is right here along with the same thing that they've been saying they're going to do. They have been telling us that they're going to do for the past 2 years. So again, the CDC is basically, I'm pretty sure they're the ones leasing these aircraft if they don't outright own them through another holding company, and they are spraying the United States with some kind of toxin of some sort. Y'all know about the mRNA stuff and everything, how it gets through the brain barrier and everything like that. One of the other things they've been talking about and everybody's been hearing about is this encephalitis, whatever it is, equine encephalitis. I looked up a little bit, and that's not the only thing that causes encephalitis. I hope y'all know this, but there's several other things. And HIV is one of them. Malaria, certain flus, and a couple other things. I can't remember all it was. All cause the same thing as this encephalitis. So if you look at the Mpox, the simian spots serum, it has this ingredients that is needed to cause encephalitis. And so that's something that we need to be paying attention to. Hey, Tony. This simian spot serum does contain the components that will cause encephalitis, which is a swelling of the brain. So we need to be careful about that. That goes into, we heard about over in Massachusetts, 5 areas, 5 towns in a county was calling for a curfew, but they went ahead and spread this throughout other places in Massachusetts. They closed beaches, riverfronts, ponds, lakes, and other water areas because of this, and they're heavily spraying now for the encephalitis outbreak, supposedly. At the same time, New York has talked about they had a caustic infectious cloud that spread over parts of New York the other day, like 2 days after they talked about this shutdown or this curfew in Massachusetts. And it was just a couple of days after that they talked about this and spread over. They told people to shut their windows and doors, turn off their air conditioners and things like that if nobody heard about it. It's kind of alarming that do this. And the day after this is when they start talking about the soldiers taking over a New York motel.
What's that?
What? What'd you...
Noise. I hear noise.
Oh.
Sorry.
So these things may be connected. And, again, back to Randy Kahn, the CDC, the encephalitis outbreak in Massachusetts, and the caustic infectious cloud over New York, and the military taking over a motel in New York City. Guys, things like this, we just see these random things, and if we don't look out there and look at it right, we kind of don't notice this, but they do seem to be connected. Of course, they're trying to cover it up, saying they're doing this for the up-and-coming election, which is a month and a half, 2 months away, that they think there's going to be problems because of it. But this is kind of early on in the season to be getting ready for riots 2 months away, especially with the military, National Guard or Reserves, whichever one they're using. So just some odd stuff there, guys, that's really pointed out. It's kind of important for us to pay attention to. Okay, talk a little bit about the food shortages. Now, I don't know if y'all know anything about what's going on the West Coast. They have an overload of ships, at last I heard, at the docks, waiting to be unloaded. Food is spoiling while sitting there waiting to be unloaded, or sitting on the docks waiting to be transported. They can get transportation. Transportation has been interrupted quite a bit as far as products being transported by truck. Reports are coming in now that at these rest areas and these truck stops and things, starting out in the West right now, California, not California, but Texas and Oklahoma, and probably Arizona, I do believe also, that truck drivers' tires are being slashed, cut, basically all, like half the tires on their vehicles being slashed, and they're left sitting wherever they're at. It's getting so bad now that they are running short of tires in the area. They're going to have to get tires sent to them from other areas, and of course this is putting a delay on everything and causing a shortage of it and everything like that. And it's not only that, they're also hijacking tanker trucks, oil tanks, and water carriers that they say, I've heard now, and they're going to these oil fields and stealing crude oil right out of off the place, hijacking trucks, setting fires, and etc. etc. Complete total mayhem. They're saying is blaming this on certain people from south of the border in a country, Venezuela. They're saying it's all Venezuela, but my words is it's all sorts. It's come from a lot of different people. They're different actors, and not all just a bunch of hoodlums. These are planned actions carried out with sophistication and things like that. Organized. You call it organized crime. I call it an invasion and the beginning of an invasion. We're even hearing reports now about what's going on in several states about these Venezuelan gangs taking over motels and apartment complexes, etc., and town squares and things like this, guys. And I'm telling you right now that it is not just the Venezuelans. One of the reasons they're pointing it out that it's all Venezuelans is because the United States has odds against Venezuela, the leadership of Venezuela. So, of course, they're going to say it's all Venezuelans, but it's not. It's every one of them, a lot of different representatives from a lot of different groups coming across the border that with instructions and plans and payments and everything else. People are questioning where are they getting their guns and all this other stuff. And I told y'all several times, even on both of my other channels previously and this one right now here, they have been having these stashes of weapons and supplies throughout the United States that Deep State has put out for them, ready for these events that's getting ready to come that are starting now. They don't have to come from across the border with them. They don't have to wait for gangs already here. The Deep State, the dark government, has set it up for these people to come in here and go to certain locations and be armed and ready, not with just a couple of pews, but with vests, bulletproof vests, armored, just, guys, they got the shit, and they got weapons, and they got ammo, and they got supplies, and they're ready to throw down. They're already talking about they're starting to mess with our infrastructure, not only our supply chain, but also our communications network and our water supplies. You're already hearing threats about it and everything talking about our electrical grid's been going out here and there, etc. These are not just random events. These are staged events going on. And people need to be aware of this, that it has started. All this stuff that I've been talking about for the last several years, where they have been planning this and getting ready for this, and these sleeper cells, organized groups, these terrorist organizations, training camps, is already getting ready to kick it off. And it's in our fucking front door right now. If you look at the line of instances of gang-related or Venezuelan gang-related takeovers or things, it dissects at an angle from the northeast, New York, all the way across the United States to San Diego. A straight diagonal line almost, with some variations here and there. But it bisects the whole United States. And that's exactly what they was going to do. As they talked about this, they will divide the United States and start producing havoc. They will spread out from there. I always thought they would do it north and south or east and west, but they've done it even one better. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning of what was planned long ago. From these locations, they will spread out and start doing the same thing all over the United States. They're already hitting major metropolitan cities and everything, but they'll start hitting smaller towns after this. These places got 200, 300,000, 400,000 people living in it. Well, from there, they'll move to towns and areas that has 100,000, 50,000. Next thing you know, it's in your back door. And that's where it's going to go. I don't know if anybody's really paying attention to what this is going on, but they are there. They are here, and it's going on now. They are starting the takeover, the throwdown, the confiscation, repossession, if you will, of the United States. Anna and I watched a movie yesterday called Dragon Day, and it's a free movie you can get on Freevee, which is a program you can get, watch free movies. It's on Freevee. It's called Dragon Day, and I highly suggest you watch it. It's not that great of a movie. It's not a big action movie, and the acting and everything else like that is not very good, but it does tell a good bit of story about what they are capable of and what they are doing. And it goes along with the idea that they are here to repossess what they loaned us money on. Yes, we have had experiences with gang members, if you will, or representatives coming around. And one of the things they use, guys, and I don't know if y'all know this or not, if anybody has anybody coming up to your door trying to sell you roofing or siding or gutters, shingles or what do you call it, shutters and everything else like that, run them off. Okay, put signs on your yard, tell them no soliciting. These people are staking you out or stalking your home, setting you up, getting ready to find out, break into your home. This is growing to be a bigger and bigger problem. They are just doing this, guys, and they get people, young kids, to do it. They don't know who they're working for, but they go in and take pictures. They take pictures in front of people's houses. They're going through trying to sell siding and gutters and roofs and things. They take pictures of your house as you're going through. So, guys, you need to be aware of this, what's going on in your neighborhood and around your homes and everything like that. And spread the news. Be aware for people, other people to be aware that they are planning a major invasion. They are taking pictures of people's homes, of what's in your home. They can get on Google's maps and see exactly what's around your home, where your entry points are, where your windows are, and everything else. So that is a thing that's going on, guys. They are doing this, and they're using this information to plan break-ins, takeovers, or other nefarious operations. No doubt about it. It's getting bad, guys. It's getting bad. Surveillance is bad. The things. Did y'all know that they're putting security guards, armed security guards, at grocery stores to guard patrons to make sure they are not robbed in the parking lot? I got a report. Anna was telling me about one earlier today. A report about it. I think it was in Texas. Mm-hmm. In Texas, guys, armed security guards at the grocery stores to make sure patrons make it safely to their car. What is going on with our world, guys? It's getting bad. And they keep opening these borders, letting more and more people going in. It was an estimate the other day. I think I remember on the paperwork I got back here. $250,000 people come across the border, undocumented, come across the border every month this past year. That's already a couple million, guys. And this is not counting the years before that. For the past 15 or 18 years that they have been doing this, coming across free willy. And so don't think they hear. They said estimate. Somebody did a conservative estimate themselves as supposed to be a leading expert on this, and they said it's around 2.5 million. And my conservative estimate is over 3 million of these undocumented people are here. Where they are, I don't know. They might be in your neighborhood. There's even reports of these people that's come across go finding these empty apartments, setting up house in it, and the cops don't do anything about it. They won't evict them because of the squatters' rights, or whatever it is they call. Once you establish home domicile rights inside a home, in some places it only takes a few days, some places it takes a month. But once you prove that you've been living there for X amount of days, it takes hell and a handbag. It takes hell to get them removed. You can't even cut the water off or electricity off on them. And so these people are coming, finding these empty apartments. People have gone to work. Guys, they've gone to work or gone over the weekend. They come back and their home's invaded.
Oops. Oh. I had
So,
the wrong thing. Okay.
We're not hearing about this stuff, but this is going on all over the place. Don't get food sent to your house.
I try to get the same girl.
Huh?
I try to get the same girl.
Oh yeah, the Instacart. Yes, we do use Instacart, and we do know the people. We use the same one. Anyway, along with all these people that's coming in here, and they've been weaponized. We also have soldiers coming in from different countries. Again, they've been coming in for a number of years. They've been trained here, and they have been issued and been geared with weapons and ammo and the whole 9 yards of gear. But the other thing they have also is EMP shielded equipment, vehicles, and communications. They even had their own network that they could communicate on. That's outside of our communication range. So don't think that they are not here, and don't think that's going to go on. One of the things that came out in this movie, Dragon Day, is a lot of people think they will be defending their home and stuff like that, and how was it that one that how bad it would be the home or self-defense and stuff like that.
Civil War.
Was it Civil War?
Yeah.
The Civil War movie. Okay, Civil War movie.
Yeah.
These people are trying to defend themselves and get. I understand it's very honorable and everything like that, but guys, they talked about there's a gun behind every blade of grass. And that may be somewhat true in the United States, but most of these jackasses don't know which end of the gun to point in the right direction, and it would be more harmful to themselves or other people around them than they would for anything else, plus the lack of training of any kind of organized. It'd be like a bunch of drunk hillbillies hunting rabbits, shooting at anything that moved. This idea that you will save your country with a few handfuls here, a few handfuls there, shouldn't be considered at all. I mean, we are not able to do Red Dawn, just so kind of get that hero shit out of your head. Okay, it's just plain and simple. That's not the way it's going to go down. In the movie Dragon Day, they actually drugged the guy out of his house and made him take an identification bracelet against his will. And forced him to do work for them. Guys, that will be what it is. They drug his family out and told him to take the bracelet or they would kill his family.
Couldn't eat.
They couldn't eat. They couldn't leave a perimeter. They couldn't get supplies, no water, no food, electricity, unless you take the bracelet. They don't force you to do it, but if you want to live, if you don't want to be harassed by the other people that have taken the bracelet, including law enforcement and military, you took the bracelet. Then the state took care of you after that. So a lot of people say, well, I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to run here, and I'm going to do that. When they actually come to your door and drag you out and force you to take that bracelet, clamp it on your arm, and you can't get it off, you can't cut it with a hacksaw, you can't cut it with a torch or a pair of shears or whatever. That bracelet's locked on you.
Cut your wrist off.
Just like we've seen with those collars that they put on slaves and everything that they can't get off. That bracelet's locked on you. What are you going to do? They force you into it. The gentleman in the movie last night at the last minute to save his family cut his arm off, cut his wrist off, of course, and they made it to safety. But when he tried to cross the border, the curfew area, it would kill him. So this is what's going to happen, guys. It's not like what we think. I'll live outside the wall. I'll live out in the sticks on my own. I'll live underground. Y'all are having a dream. Now, I'm not saying that that we all should bow down and take the bracelet. I don't believe in that myself. I don't want to either. But y'all need to face the fact that they will use every kind of leverage that they can, including your family, your friends, your body parts, your vision, your hearing, anything like that, to get you to take their bracelet, their identification, your compliance for the system. And it's not just you saying, I won't do it. They will make you do it or kill you. And that's pretty much the way it's going to be. And we need to be aware of this, guys, that they do have the upper hand in almost all of this. And your compliance is not needed, as they say. But anyway, that's what's coming, guys. That's what's coming. That's what the end game is, of course. It's all about the big corporate takeover, the corporate states of America, the one world order, and things like that. And it's all part of it, the one world religion. They already started saying different things about religion, changing even Christian religion, that Jesus created the world. Did y'all know that? Jesus is the one that created the world.
There was a big poster on the
Yeah,
side.
big billboards on the side of the road we've seen a couple of times. Jesus saved the world.
Created.
So, yeah, created the world. Excuse me, created the world. So we're already seeing this completely reversal of the truth of what we was taught. Hopefully you was taught the same thing as I was. Whether you believe it or not, that's another thing. With this influx of things going on, with these people taking over these apartments and motels, and other things going like that, and starting going after infrastructure and roadway transportation vehicles, expect infrastructure like communications and water and electrical supplies to start being attacked by these same Venezuelan people, these people that got released from prison. Okay, that's what these gangs are. These are supposedly people that got released from Venezuelan prison and came here, and they're creating havoc on the United States. Okay, that's what they're telling us to believe, that these people have enough intelligence to go out here and take out a grid. It's things like that. So just keep that in mind. I'm sorry. I'm being... Okay. So shortly before they brought the military in, before they talked about this caustic cloud over New York, they started rounding up some of the homeless camps and crashing them out. It's not the people that's coming across the border, guys. It's American citizens that have been lost their homes because other people are moving into them, or they, whatever reason it was, that they lost their places to live, and they're living in streets and tents and everything. So New York City decided to run them out and then make room for more people coming across the border. It's kind of crazy, guys, what's going on. So anyway, moving to something else. Don't know if y'all know about this, but some big claims has been made by Russia towards the United States as far as the space arena goes. They have accused the United States of using satellites and or lasers or other devices to direct asteroids and meteors into Russian airspace and try to cause impacts upon their area, causing this a weapon of mass destruction, and they're talking about retaliation even on this. And so do a little checking on this, and that of course we crashed that one satellite into a meteor or asteroid a while back, 2020 or 22, whenever it was, or 2002, can't remember exactly when it was, but it caused like 2 million tons or 2 tons? 2 tons of debris to come off of it, guys, and some of them pretty big size and everything like that. So, but this is part of the thing that, guys, that they are able to deflect or direct asteroids and meteors before they impact planet Earth. There's something that's come out in all this, that they do have the capability of doing this, and they have been doing this. And so therefore Russia's claim that the United States is using the space arena as a weapons field violates all peace treaties that we had about this, and also brings to light that if the United States has the capability, well, who else has the capability of doing this? Of course, we always sold a lot of our secrets over to China. China, of course, sells their secrets to Russia and North Korea. So, and perhaps even Iran. But it has come out now that we do have the capability or ability to direct asteroids and or meteors to supposedly deflect them from our area, to protect our atmosphere, our world, and everything like that. They call it the Space Force. Of course, there's the Russian Space Force. If y'all don't know that, we have the United States and NASA Space Force, or U.S. Air Force Space Force. Isn't it Air Force, or is it Navy?
Navy.
Navy Air Space Force. Russia's Space Force. China has a Space Force. Japan has a Space Force. And I think the European League or European Space people has a Space Force also. And they are up there, guys. They've been talking about this, that, other people talking about this. They have been having space wars going on for quite a bit and everything. And a lot of people are talking about this. Y'all can look it up, do some research on it yourself. But it's out there. This has been going on for quite a while. And everything. And they do have the capability of moving interstellar objects around and using them as weapons of mass destruction on different places. So it makes you wonder where these earthquakes, odd earthquakes, are popping up in different places. What could they be caused by? Of course, we don't know anymore when an asteroid is going to strike, or a meteor, because the one that hit the Philippines the other day, well, they only knew about it 8 hours before it got here. And of course, thankfully, they say it did not strike, but it caused quite a bit of stir. But also, because we know they can direct asteroids and stuff like this, we also know then, or should be able to conclude, that with the HARP and everything else that they already have, that they can perhaps cause seismic activity of their own without causing using objects from outer space and things. But yes, they can do this. Also come out talking about space stuff. Beetlejuice, what you gonna call it, that big red one they keep talking about, it's getting ready to pop off and blow up and everything. Well, it has a binary twin also. So how about that, y'all? So it's not as big as it. I can't remember all the details because it's been a few days ago. But yeah, Beetlejuice has a binary twin, and they expect this, when Beetlejuice to pop off, it could possibly release this binary twin of its instead of hurling to who knows where, depending on when it comes loose and everything, if it does. So yeah, a lot of things going on, guys. A lot of things that they're just not really putting out there. A lot of stuff, and it's really, this Beetlejuice, they keep talking about it and everything like that, making like it is, but there's a lot of stuff out there. We was listening yesterday or the day before to somebody talking about, guys, they talked about this Apophis asteroid that's coming towards us, and it's, what, 350 feet, wasn't it? Yeah, coming towards us, and it's going to miss us, supposedly. It's going to be a close flyby, but it shouldn't really cause a problem. But they're all talking about this one, but they're not talking about the other one, the one that's 1,500 meters, that's coming supposedly right now in a direct pathway, as far as I can tell, towards Earth. This is an extinction level event, ELE, guys, a meteor, asteroid. This is like one of those big ones, They talking about a 3 mile high tsunami, no matter where it hits. Hey, Gary. So this is coming, guys, and it's just kind of odd that they're kind of deflecting your information, letting you look over here. But this other one, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to go back and try to find out. It was a video I was watching the other day, and he's talking about it. But it's 1,500 meters, guys. This is bigger than the Eiffel Tower and the Empire State Building. So that's pretty damn big. And if it hits, and it looks like it's coming this way, well, it's not going to be good. Doing good. So we got that to worry about. And the other thing is, this satellite that hit the asteroid the other day, 2 tons of material, guys. Some of them are as big as a house that's coming this way. And they say it's going to take 4 years, 5 years, 2029 is when they're going to start hitting. This is the same time thing that they said that Apophis asteroid is going to hit Earth or come by Earth the same time, 2029. So did they really screw up and really knock something this way? Or is it a debris field that's going to interact with Apophis and cause it a lot of deflection towards us? I have talked about it before, about when Nemesis and Nibiru comes through and everything, it will have a bow shock asteroid field in front of it, a debris it's picked up that's pushing in front of it, and it will hit Earth like a shotgun blast. So perhaps this is part of that bow shock that's coming, could be coming from Nemesis and everything. I just got gut feelings, guys, that of course we're not being told the truth about it.
We're told not to worry.
Yeah, we're told not to worry. Don't look up.
Yeah, don't look up.
That movie, Don't Look Up, guys, that was kind of crazy. So, a lot of stuff going on, guys, and it's just one of those head turners, left, right, whichever where you look. There's something going on that tries to catch your attention, but they don't want us really to see what's going on. Of course, our economy is in the tank. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Across the board, just about all the foreign markets are turning away from the U.S. dollar as a trade currency because the only thing our currency is worth is our debt. And our debt is completely out of control. So our dollar is basically worthless, almost worthless on the world market, which means its trade value, what it can buy, is not there at all. And the only way out of the current debt, and this is coming from government officials, I won't say, I don't know which ones it was, economists that works at the big houses and everything like that. There's only really two ways out of this, and one of them is war, an all-out sticks and stones war, or to crash the entire economic system. Go back to debt, no debt, because we don't have anything. Go back to scratch. Go back to nothing. We will be taken over, overthrown our government, done away with. It will be put in charge of us a council of eight people, or 8 members, or 8 representatives of a council to govern and control us, and this will spread across the world to a one world order, one world government.
Dragon Day, correct?
Dragon Day, yes. Dragon Day, yes.
Put that out. Dreamcatcher says it's going to watch. I'm sorry. Dream's going to watch the movie. I believe that's good.
Yeah, Dragon Day, that's it.
I believe that's
It is a good movie. The movie really not that good. It's actually
Love
not bad. It's not a Marvel Marvel hero movie or anything like that. But it's a good, still good, and it's worth the watch to get some of the information out of it, especially about the computer chips.
Yeah.
What's up, Super Trump? So, one other little thing I want to jump on, guys, is this war rhetoric, and that's why I'm going to call it rhetoric, because this side says this, and the other side says that, and this is not just talking about what's going on with Ukraine and Russia and the United States, but also with everybody else. There has been also in the Middle East and everything like that, guys. A lot of claims being made and everything like that. But one of the things that's coming out, guys, more and more people are seeing this, especially in the Middle East. They're pulling away support from Egypt. A lot of people are backing up and staying away from it. The UN is starting to come out and talk about the things that they are doing. United States, there was a U.S. soldier or U.S. citizen, I can't remember if it's a soldier or citizen, whichever one it was killed by one of the IDF snipers in the West Bank today. So, of course, there's talk about that now, what's going on. Anna and I myself have watched several videos, live feeds from the West Bank and Gaza and Lebanon and everything, guys. And this is live videos. There was a child, about an 8 or 9, maybe 10-year-old boy. He was already wounded. He was crawling up the street, crying for help, looking to his father or his friends or his relatives, whatever friends, help. The soldiers are down the street, IDF soldiers down the street, shooting around him. A man comes out, tries to help him. This is on live stream, guys. And 4 of them pop out from behind an armored personnel carrier and kill both of them in cold blood.
Yeah.
This is IDF soldiers, guys.
Right,
Israeli soldiers. We have seen videos of them hitting unarmed civilians. We have seen videos of them, live videos, guys, of IDF shooting and actually injuring and killing journalists on live stream, guys.
Yeah.
We've watched this.
Yeah.
We watched them attack a vehicle. We watched them go into homes and drag people out and beat them senseless. This is coming from the IDF people. This is outrageous what's going on there, and the people are not talking about just what they're doing.
They're tearing up their roads after
They're
they tear
taking out the roads, they're taking out their water supply, piping, electrical power, everything. Knocking down doors in buildings, taking in heavy equipment and tearing apart homes. Shooting people in the street, guys.
You can see them running and hiding in the, wherever they could, real close to the roads.
And the thing is, and then they get on here and say, we're doing this in our defense. They're already invaded the West Bank, which wasn't theirs. They're already gone into the Gaza Strip, which wasn't theirs. They've already gone into Lebanon, which wasn't there. And now they're starting to fuck with Egypt, which isn't theirs. So how is this any of their defense? How is it anybody in the right mind can sit there and say that Israel's defending itself and they have the right to do this, when in all reality, they're the ones that started every bit of this. Every single bit of this. And it inflames me to no end that people follow along with this rhetoric and these lies that's being put out by these people and listening to the stuff they say when it's obvious, very obvious, that they're committing genocide. They want the whole area. They're starting to mess with Egypt, guys. Egypt is having to go and start making buddy-buddy with Ethiopia and Sudan and Somalia to combat what's going on with Israel and Saudi Arabia and their attempt to take over, complete takeover of the region. And if y'all don't see this, if anybody doesn't see this, what's going on, then evidently they don't see everything that I do. I really want to get into a lot of stuff about what's going on, guys, and I can't, okay? And that's the reason why my videos, I took the videos down that I did, is there was a series of emails I was involved with some persons, and wanting to know how I got my information, who was telling me stuff, and how do I come up with my conclusions. And the thing is, I went through something similar to this in 2019 and in 2018, and it didn't go very good for me at that time. It was really quite detrimental. It almost cost me my life. So there's certain subjects I can't touch. I can't get near or even talk about or even hint at, because it could be quite bad. So I don't want to get in a whole lot of stuff about that aspect of it, but this has been done before. You can call it the North and the South, or whatever way you want to call it, but this has been planned for several thousand years, to say the least. What's getting ready to happen, and the way things are stacked up, it's not looking good. So anyway, there's just, like I say, there's certain areas that I can't get into right now, and I don't think I will, but all this was planned years and years ago. People want to think that the United States is whatever and everything like that, but our country was set up, created just to fall, just to create the havoc and the chaos and the fear that's going on with it, and the confusion is all part of what they're after. The Venezuela gangs is not just Venezuelan, Super Trump. It's a mixture. It's several other groups. You already know about the MS-13 and other groups like this that came up from the southern border, across the southern border, as well as the northern border, as well as anywhere else. But it's not just one gang, and it's not just one ethnic group of people. It's a lot of different people, guys. Remember, guys, they all wear masks. So how sure are you who is who at 12 o'clock at night from 100 feet apart? What nationality are they? Where do they come from? Are they from the east or the west or the south or the north? How can you tell unless you're right up on them? And I dare you to get right up on them. See what I mean? We don't know where they come from. Most people don't know one language from another unless they speak it. So, who's to say? But they are gangs. They are doing this. It's an outbreak all the way across the United States, going from New York even into Vermont, I think it was, or maybe it's just Maine, all the way down across the United States at an angle to San Diego. You can map it out yourselves if you want to. Go gather all your reports if you want to, if you can find them. But this is going on all across the United States. It is a takeover, guys. It has started. Something I've been telling people about for the last 7 years. Almost 7 years. And it's here. It's starting to happen. The Hells Angel was a fake story. Okay, that about the motorcycle gangs was a false story. I don't even think the one about the gangs is a real story. What people understand, and I want to make it clear, that a lot of these, I won't say a lot of these, but some of these people that are involved in this thing going on are trained hardcore military. They're not just run-of-the-muck thugs. These people have been trained. Military strategy and maneuvers, practices. They don't think it's just a bunch of thugs with a gun turned sideways going, yeah. It ain't like that. They could probably field strip an AR-15 or M16 in 30 seconds or less. Maybe not like that, but they could do it in a minute. So don't think this is a random bunch of thugs. They might use a few bunch of these random thugs, but in the heart of it, it is a military operation. And don't be confused about that at all.
What's the name of like a bunch of group taking over one time? They'll be
Who?
vigilantes.
Vigilante group. Okay, yes. If this is what Anna just brought up and everything about these vigilantes, okay, and these homegrown groups, I don't want to call them vigilantes or anything like that, but you know what I'm talking about, these paramilitary groups wanting to save the country, guys. They're going to be just as dangerous as a gang. Who do you align with? Where you got your food at? Everything like that. They will come just as much, just as bad as the gangs will. When it hits a fan, and guys, it's right at the door. Someone just needs to turn the fan on and start. And I think it already has. These groups that will come to defend or whatever will need supplies also. And they will take what they want, or whatever they want. And don't think it won't happen. People do more harm to ourselves than anything else in this world. We're more dangerous than anything else in this world. It is happening right now, you're right. Now I quit watching the Marvel movies. They're kind of ridiculous. They got running in the ground and everything, but it's all distraction. A lot of that stuff is on there and everything like that. You can pick out different movies. we've been watching select movies, not ones just for. I mean, of course, it's hard for us to watch a movie for entertainment anymore, ain't it?
Really, we pick it out.
Yeah, but we try to pick out good movies and find out information and see what's going on. And like I say, it's hard to watch a movie for entertainment anymore.
Have anybody watched People on Earth? People on Earth.
People of Earth. Have you watched that? Was it TV show?
TV series.
Yeah, TV series. People of Earth.
7.
It was really good. Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, the alien
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, right. It kind of told who's in government.
Yeah, there is a theory why everything is the way it is. It's because, the end is near. Okay, I mean, it just, if you want to look at it that way, I mean, there's a lot of things that's going on that's not good for the outlook or continuation as a society or as a group of people, anything. We have the rare cosmic events, meteorological events, geological events going on, as well as calamity in society and political and just, damn it, everything's going on that can go on. And they got shit. The shit's going to hit the fan, guys, and a lot of things are going to go bad for us, and that's about it. And someone was talking about this earlier today, and there's a prepper. And it just struck me as, that he's telling everybody to get prepped for this, the throw down to the government. And the thing is, guys, there's so many things going to happen pretty much all at the same time, one after another, or maybe even all together, that there is no way possible you could really be prepared for everything unless you spent the last 20 years doing nothing but prepping or whatever. You know what I mean? The events that's getting ready to happen is going to be bad, and it's going to take a toll on humanity. We always hear about the different societies that were after the great event of some kind, ever so many thousands of years ago, that they was the first people from under the ground, out of the ground. The Hopi even have that idea, as well as the Sioux Indians, and there's another, I think the Cherokee carry something similar to that kind of idea, as well as a couple others. But also this is the same idea, same story told throughout different places. Indigenous peoples from different countries and everything have told similar stories about being the first people from out of the ground after a great event of some kind or another. So we're at that point, guys, where something big and bad is going to happen. And I think pretty much the world leaders and everybody else knows it's pretty much chaotic now. And they're just trying to take as much as they can out of what they can. Again, their whole thing about what's going on with what they're doing to us, cause and effects and everything like that, is not about money. And it is not about power or control. It's about that negative energy that we put off, that they can pull out of us, that we keep pushing out into the ozone, out into the atmosphere, that they suck up like vampires do with blood. That is the main thing that they're after, is that negative, anti-healthy flow of energy that is produced when people are stressed and are fearful and things like that. And so it isn't about power or money or control, even though that's products of what they use to get that negative energy. But that's what it's all about, is how much negative energy they can produce out of this. And that's pretty much all it is. All this chaos, confusion, this hatred, this fear, this worry, this stress, all this other stuff, guys. And they will use whatever methods they can to get that out of you. Because money is no object, like they say. Time means nothing, they say. Because it doesn't to them. Because they control it all. Well, worry about it. You control it, right? It is, that's what we've got to do is watch the movies. And like they say, some kind of galactic rule or whatever that they have to let us know beforehand. and it's up to us to decipher what they're telling us, whether it's the real thing or not. But yeah, there's supposed to be some kind of galactic or some kind of rule about them letting us know one way or another. Read between the lines. That's right.
Or actions.
Did y'all know that there's new study? Well, it's not really new, but it's a a study going on. They revamped it and everything. That there are no electrons. Basically, just protons and neutrons, and there's no electrons. And this goes into the quantum field of how things work and everything. Is that these particles that's supposed to be electrons actually are just things that move between here and there. I don't know exactly what this is called, but they're what calls the energy. Anna's looking into something that goes along with this and everything, and it's about the dark matter and black matter and stuff, and the space between and bubbles. To be honest with you, and it might be interesting.
Be right back. I gotta get some more drink.
Okay, you want to drink here?
I'm very
Okay.
thirsty. I'll be right back.
Excuse me a minute. Huh?
It's very
Windy.
windy.
Uh-oh. That's right, we're supposed to get that storm tonight. Yeah. So, there is dark matter out there, guys, and they were talking about it, and, Anna was talking about wanting to try to talk about that and about how bubbles, let's just put it that way, bubbles. And it's kind of interesting the way she brought it out and everything. It really is. But we are in a changing world. Things are going to get bad. And I don't want to say before they get better because I don't know if we'll be around to see better. But, they'll get to the point, guys, with this takeover that's going on, guys, and you can see it right now in front of your face that this is happening in our United States. That this takeover by gangs or people other than citizens is going on. They will force you to take some kind of identification bracelet, maybe even a brand, tattoo, a ribbon, a hat, a shirt, whatever, that you belong to a certain group. That movie the other day, Dragon Day, you had to take a band if you wanted to get food. There was no outside the wall. There was no city limits or anything like that. This was everywhere. It was basically an EMP type shield that worked off of the parameters of your bracelet. Good point. No need to worry about things we cannot control and can't do a whole lot about. The only thing, guys, and I preach this, and I talk about this, is the fear is not knowing what's going to happen next, what's coming up, what's around the corner, what's in the dark, or what somebody's going to do next. That's what fear is based off of. It's not knowing what's going to happen. Fear isn't falling. Fear is not knowing what's going to happen when you land. What's around the corner when you drive around that blind corner. That's what fear is based off of. And the more knowledgeable you are, the more informed you are, the more you can open your mind up and see what's going on and take in the big picture, the less fearful, the less need things you have to consider and everything. You have less to worry about. And that makes your life a little bit easier. One of the great phrases in Christian religion is let go and let God. And that's so much of a big phrase right there, right, especially right now, is knowing a little bit what's going on really helps you out quite a bit. Uh-oh, my battery's running down. Damn. So any kind of information you get about what's going on, just, and it's not intended to make you fearful. It's it's there to make you informed. What was that? City of Steel? Yeah. Isaac Asimov. I haven't read that one. So many of our pioneering authors, from the science fiction authors, have hit it on the head. Got Ray Bradbury and Isaac Asimov, uh, 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 Roy, what's his name, or George Orwell. So many others and everything that talked about things that are happening right now, the Big Brother and the whole 9 yards. We already see what's going on in UK about the censorship and everything, and actually taking people out of prison for murder and robbery and other things like this to make room for social media villains, criminals. They are kicking people out of the prison to make room for the social media criminals. That's coming here, guys. That's coming here. It won't be much longer till they tell people in the UK that you had to have a bracelet on or an ID to go out of your house, to go to the store down this block. And already we're seeing in UK, in other parts of Europe, but also now in the United States, ethnic orientated vigilante groups, or citizen patrols they call them, that patrol the streets of their ethnic community for people that are criminals or doing crimes, ethnic crimes, and things like this. And this is also tied to some of these militant groups that have been trained inside the United States for a while. I might check them out. Cities of Steel. So it's here, guys, and it's starting. It is starting. I mean, look at who, I think it was the chief of police in Chicago.
City of Steel.
Cities of Steel, yeah. Is Chinese.
Oh.
So, wow. So, Cities of Steel. How's it, guys?
Oh, I don't see that.
So it's already started, guys, and they've already infiltrated a lot of our government positions. They, as I say, you know what I'm saying, and it won't be much longer till everything changes. One of the things we can say that has happened for sure is the seasons have changed. Our fall has switched over to now. Anybody else switching? Seem to notice the change of leaves going on? We was out the day before yesterday, and we were starting to see the leaves turning. And this is September, guys. They don't normally turn until like October, late October stuff. And they're already starting to change now. The sugar maples and things like that are starting to show gold and yellow and red leaves on them. So there is a tilt. The tilt has changed, and of course that's causing the weather anomalies, and these weather anomalies causing seasonal changes, etc., etc. Yeah, it is changing quite a bit, Planting season in PA now is early, right?
Later.
Later.
Oh, it's a lot later.
That's true.
We used to be able to plant in March. We don't plant now until May.
That's true. Yeah, that's what we did.
Then we have a shorter growing season.
It was big. It was big. We had a bunch of tomatoes come in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we have. Yeah.
So anyway, if you go to stores, guys, just be aware of your surroundings. Situational awareness is one of the big things, and they're saying this for not only grocery stores, but anywhere you go, even your convenience stores, and unfortunately, it's not just people coming up from across the border that's involved in a lot of these spot crimes or spread incidences. It could be people locally or people that's transient and everything like that. They will, jugging is what they call it. They follow you from an ATM machine or from getting cash out of an ATM, like in the store or at the bank or whatever, and they jack you up so before you get in the car. You're getting gas, and they come up behind you and jack you and take your car or you. Be aware of your surroundings. Be very aware of what's going on around you and who's around you. If you get out of the car, I'm going to suggest this, is keep a key, if you have a key, between your fingers sticking out like this for defense or whatever. But pay attention to what's going on around you, guys. Things are getting rough. The unemployment is gaining. People are getting desperate. And desperate people do desperate and dangerous things. We've got a great harvest, that's for damn sure. We've got abundance.
Oh,
Yeah, we did. So, desperate people do desperate things, okay? So keep that in mind when you get out in public, when you checking around your house. We're going to start doing, looking into doing some kind of security surveillance system and stuff like that, guys. And more lighting, of course. But yeah, things are getting a little more dangerous and or difficult, I should say, for a lot of people. And when people are faced with difficult situations, they make difficult decisions. And a lot of those decisions are not legal or lawful. So just keep that in mind. Secure your home, secure your house, your car, secure your surroundings. Things are getting bad. Things are getting bad. Anyway, that's about it. Oh, wait a minute. Here's got something.
Uh-oh.
Would you?
Never mind. Yeah,
Huh.
we're still getting plenty of buttons.
Yeah, we're still getting a bunch of tomatoes. We've
I'm
got.
answering Dream Country.
Yeah.
Asking about our gardens.
Okay.
Okay, we're done. I'm done.
Okay. Alrighty. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, that's about it for tonight and everything like that. I'm sorry it took so long, but again, like I say, things got a little difficult for me about what I was posting and everything, and some of the things I was wanting to talk about, hinted around about. And again, I was basically warned off of that subject. It's happened a couple of times before, even in 2022, because I was getting ready to broach the same subject. Someone put a red dot light laser sight on my chest at an event I was at, and it got kind of sketchy. So anyway, there's certain things I'm not able to talk about, so that's that. I hope y'all have a good night, and be aware of your surroundings and take care of yourself.
Are you even moving?
Huh?
Look at you, you're stuck.
Huh?
Your video is stuck. I see
Oh my
that.
gosh.
Yeah.
What the hell? Huh? Damn it. It is stopped.
Wow.
Is it even sounding anything?
Oh my goodness.
Oh well.
Wow, they did. They stopped you again. Oh my goodness. Let me type something.
The white tomatoes are not as
Yeah.
tasty, don't have the same taste exactly as a red. And yellow and orange tomatoes are sweeter.
Yeah.
Don't have as much less acid. I really
taste
enjoy
like
them.
red tomatoes.
Anna's made some awesome salsa out of it.
Salsa.
And
Yellow.
spaghetti sauce. Yeah.
Yellow salsa.
Yellow salsa, and it's really good.
We have hot tomatoes.
So I've been frozen for a while. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night. I guess
All right.
I've stepped on somebody's toes again
Uh-oh.
tonight. So anyway,
Let me write that.
but y'all have a good night, and try to take care of yourself. Be aware of your surroundings, and just have an awesome day. That's about it, man. Just try to do the best. Later, guys.